God bless you all and welcome to my channel. Like always, I was minding my own business. I was watching some things on YouTube when this thing came as recommended. This is an interview of Celine Dion. The host was Dini Petty. Forgive me if I pronounce her name wrongly. Dini Petty. And look at the colors that she's wearing. Red and black. And you know, there is absolutely nothing wrong with these colors unless you are a Freemason, unless you are Illuminati, unless you are from the camp of the enemy and you are speaking. Then I looked at Celine Dion and she was wearing Tiffany blue color. If you are watching Mr. Franchot Pearson, you would know that the powers are using colors to talk, to give signals, to show things. And these two colors I learned from him, purple and Tiffany blue. Here on the photo you can see two women wearing purple in the audience. And then you see Celine Dion wearing Tiffany blue. Yes, it's a shade of Tiffany blue. This is not green. And the host, the color of sacrifice, red and black. And then I said, I need to pay attention to this because I know I will see something. This is the photo of Celine Dion. Look what she's showing. This is the sign of Illuminati. We know that this is 6 sign that they do with their hands 3 times. 666 on both hands. And again, there is nothing wrong with the colors. There is nothing wrong with the beautiful purple color or Tiffany blue or red and black. Unless you are Freemason. Unless you are showing sign 666. Unless you're Illuminati. Come with me, I'll show you something else. Please, I want you to remember these numbers. These numbers are the numbers that are attached to Donald Trump. Because they are coming up a lot in the numbers, I had to show you. You see 1488, so 14 or 1,488. These are the numbers that Trump is using. And I found a website on Google about Trump and the numbers, about 14 and 88. Here you can see Trump gives speech to the people of Poland, says 14 words that leave Americans stunned. The 14 words is frequently used with the number 88. And anyway, I advise you yourselves to go and read and see. But I just wanted you to remember these numbers. This is the website. Here you can see codes and you can see the word that is written. I cannot pronounce it because I don't want to get, troubles with YouTube, but this is the website. Please, I want you to pay attention to the numbers. So I said I'm going to check the dates. 15th of January 92. This was the year of the interview. So I took the birthday of the host, Dini Petty, the one that was wearing red and black, and I put the date of the interview. And these are the numbers that I received. First, let's look to the left. 84 days, 84. It's August 4. It's Barack Obama's birthday. I also want you to pay attention. I live in Europe. So in my country, first we put the day and the month. But the results will be month and day. Because in United States, first it's the month, then the day. So 84 is Barack Obama's birthday. Now, if we look to the right, 2016, if we remove 0, it's a 0, we receive 216. 216th day of the year is 8/4, is August 4, it's Barack Obama's birthday. Please do not tell me that this is a coincidence that the birthday of Dini Petty, that she was wearing red and black, where Celine Dion was showing 666, and the date of the interview, they took us to Obama 2 times, and 216 and 84, because both these numbers is August 4. It's Barack Obama's birthday. Please pay attention. We go to the other dates. So Celine Dion's birthday, I took the birthday of Celine Dion. And the date of the interview, please look to the right. 216 again we receive. 216th day of the year is Barack Obama's birthday. Guys, it's August 4. Look again. What's going on? How's this even possible? How do powers do this? I don't know. And the worst thing that I saw, there are people, Christians, that are blessing Celine Dion. Christians. They bless her. They bless her and they wish her recovery and they pray to God for her health. And yet she's Freemason, Illuminati. Do you know what Freemasons do? Illuminati. They sacrifice people. They sacrifice children, their blood. This was the clothes that she makes for children. Okay, let's go on. I took again the birthday of the host, Dini, that year when the interview came out, and I took the birthday of Celine Dion, those two women in the interview. Let's look to the left. 2 months, 16 days, 216. Again, Barack Obama's birthday. Now, if we look to the right, we will see number 109 and then 440. If we remove 19, it's like COVID-19. It represents chaos, number 19. But if we take the full date, 109th day of the year is April 19. It's when Pope Benedict was elected. It's the Pope who was before Pope Francis. Again, it takes us to popes. And then we see 440. If we remove 0 because it's 0, it's 44. Again, Obama. Obama again. I show you the birthdays of these two women in an interview. 3 different calculations of numbers that took us back to Obama. And I took the same dates, the birthdays of these two women, but I did not include the end date. So I received results 75 days. 75th day of the year is March 16, 3:16, like John 3:16, sacrifice. An interesting thing, in that interview, the lady was wearing red and black, the colors of sacrifice. This is how Illuminati, Freemasons, Phoenicians, this is how they're speaking. And if you look to the left, you see 108. 108th day of the year is April 18, is the day of Superman. And we remember Trump was portrayed as Superman with a snake on his chest. Now, because 3:16 came, the sacrifice, this is what I did. That year on the interview, the birthday of the host, and then 3:16. Again, it's in my country, it's 16:3, but in United States, because the events are taking place in United States, it's 3:16 and the year of the interview. And this is the result that I received, 61 days. Obama was born this year. In 61, he was born. And then if you look to the right, you see 87 and then 84. I told you before many times 87. The number 87 was coming up and I was not able to crack it yet, what it means, for the enemy and why this number comes up all the time in numbers. But 84, then we see 84, it's August 4, it's Barack Obama's birthday. And if we look again to the right and the top, you see 5,270,400. Let's remove zeros. So we receive 5 and then 274. Do you know what happened that year? 274 AD. This is when the cult of sun god Sol Invictus was established, and this is what they worship. Satan. Cult of Satan in many countries. He has different names. In Egypt, he was Ra, sun god. In Rome, he was Sol Invictus. This is what Illuminati, Freemasons worship. Now I took the same dates, exactly same dates, but I included the end date in calculation. And these are the results that we got. 1488. And in the beginning of the video, I was showing you the article about Trump and the numbers he's using, 14 and 88. You see it for yourself. Then on the left, you can see 22. 22nd letter of the alphabet is V, and V was on Obama's forehead, if you remember, in iPad Go 2 that I was showing you in my video. So V, Trump, and the number of Trump, if you remember, it's 88022. That was his number, 8822. So the numbers took us into Trump and to Obama. Now I need to say this and remind you of something. In my previous videos, in one of my previous videos, I spoke about this show. It was a show of Cher, and there was Jackson 5, Michael Jackson in that show. He was throwing the devil's horns. And guess the date of the show? 3:16, like John 3:16. And because in the numbers before we saw the March 316 was coming up. I said, we need to use that number, we need to use that date and check it. We need to check Michael Jackson as well. So I took the birthday of Celine Dion and birthday of Michael Jackson that year. These are the results that we receive. You see, 220, if we remove 0, is just 22. It's like letter V on Obama forehead. In iPad Go 2. Then we see 320. It's interesting, but Baron Trump, the son of Donald Trump, was born March 20. Then we see 36 and 72. 36, it's like 6, 3 times 666. And then 72. We all know 72nd day of the year is when Pope Francis was elected. And then lower, 216. You see 21 weeks and 6 days, 216 day of the year is August 4, Barack Obama's birthday. And I said to myself, wait, let me check Erica Kirk's birthday. Yes. So I took the birthday of Celine Dion and birthday of Erica Kirk. Here, 20 of November, that year when the show came out in 92. And if we look at the result, we see 3384. Just remove the zeros. 33. It took 33 hours to find the killer of her husband, Erica Kirk's husband. 33 hours. We know 33, it's a Masonic number. And then we see 84, August 4, it's Obama's birthday. And then if you look lower, you see 33 weeks and 4 days, 33. Yes, again, it's a Masonic number. Now I want to keep doing what I'm doing. 316. 316, this is the day when Michael Jackson was throwing the devil's horns. And 316, sacrifice. And that woman, the host, she was wearing black and red colors. So I took the date, 3/16/92, the date of the interview of that show. And I took the date of birthday of Celine Dion that she was on that show. And guess what came out? No way, 2016. If we remove zeros, it's 216. Again, 216th day of the year is August 4. Again, we see Obama. Every date, literally, I take almost every date. It's 216. Everywhere, 216, 216. But that's not it. I'm gonna take you somewhere more crazy. Celine Dion's birthday, that year when the show came out, and I took the date of death of Elvis Presley. Because before, the number of Elvis Presley was coming up concerning sacrifices, and we know that Donald Trump put half of his face and half of Elvis Presley face. It means there is something in Elvis. There is something in their codes. So I just took the date of death of Elvis Presley and Celine Dion's birthday. And this is what we receive, 20160. We remove 0, 216. Is this even real, 216? Obama's birthday again. And like we say in my country, cherry on a cake. I'm gonna give you a cherry on a cake. Celine Dion's birthday that year. Okay, we can even take 2025, 2026, but because it all started with the interview, this is what I'm doing. And the birthday of Donald Trump in 92, in the year of interview. The birthday of Celine Dion and birthday of Donald Trump. These are the results. Let's look to the left. 216 day Obama's birthday again. Now I want you to look to the right and see the number 1848. First 18, 1/8, January 8. It's the birthday of Elvis Presley. Yes, birthday of Elvis Presley. When we took Celine Dion and Trump's birthday, we received Elvis Presley birthday, his date. And Trump posted half his face, half Elvis Presley face. I wouldn't even use numbers of Elvis. I wouldn't even pay attention. But because Trump posted it, there is something in there. And then 48, April 4. This is when the solar eclipse happened in X shape. And the last number that comes to my mind is 214. 214 is August 2nd. And I said, what happened that day? Adolf Hitler consolidated power in Germany, becoming Führer of Germany. And I wish I could speak in my videos how number 88 is connected to this guy, is connected to them, but I can't because they're gonna block me. But you should investigate yourself how number 88 is connected to them and what that number really means. Let's keep going. The birthday of Celine Dion and birthday of Obama. Yes, I put Obama that year to see if the number will take us anywhere. Oh yes, it took us. Look to the right. 184,320. And you see in that number there is still 84. 84 August 4 inside that number. And then 320 again is the Baron Trump's birthday. If we look lower, again, in that number, there is 72, again, Pope Francis. And then we see 128, 12-8. It's like December 8. And what happened in December 8? One of the people who were born is Nicki Minaj. She was born in December, 8th of December. And so interesting that she was praising Donald Trump, and she was at that event with that woman whose husband was praising Donald Trump. It's so interesting. They all lead to each other, their numbers, their birthdays. I don't know how the enemies are doing that. And if we look to the left, we see 46. Again, JFK. You know numbers. You know that JFK always comes up, that he was sacrificed. He died at the age of 46. Now I need to take you back to the interview of Celine Dion, Dini Petty. So first of all, in United States, month and date, it was 47. Trump is the 47th president. So interesting. And I took the date of Elvis, his death, the anniversary of his death. And then I said, let me see, 316. One of the numbers that came, look, in that number there is 316. For God so loved the world, he gave his only son. Again, sacrifice. And because in that interview, Dini Petty, she was wearing red and black colors, the colors of sacrifice. Guess whose birthday I took? Erica Kirk. So the date of the interview and Erica Kirk's birthday that year, 20th of November 92. And this is the result. I want you to look to the left. 7 months, 13 days, 7/13, July 13. What happened that day? Trump was shot in the ear. The interview date and Erica Kirk's birthday took us to Donald Trump, the exact date when he was shot in the ear. How is this possible that the dates in the past, they took us to future event that took place? Now I want you to see something else. I want you to look to the right. 326, 880. Let's take that number. 326. 326th day of the year is November 22. Do you know what happened November 22? That happened. JFK, he was shot. He died that day. The previous numbers were showing 46, the age of his death, and these numbers took us to the day of his death. And let's see 88. Without zero, it's just 88. This is the number of Trump, and we know it. This is crazy. Now if we take the same dates, but we include the end date, this is what we receive. If we look to the right, it says 54, 72, 54. This number, okay, let's first go to 72. 72, Pope Francis was elected on this day. Then 54, Erica Kirk, she spoke about that number. I made a video. In that video, she said that they were mostly 54% women, those who were involved in her organization. But she gave that number. She said 54. And 54, they never give a number for no reason. There is always a reason when they give a number. And we see 54. Erica Kirk spoke about that number. And then we see 324. 324th day of the year is November 20. We took the birthday date of Erica Kirk, and it took us back to the birthday of Erica Kirk. So I took again the day of sacrifice, 316 and 92, the year of the interview and the date of the interview. And these are the numbers that I received. If we look to the right, it says 33, 120. First of all, 33. 33, it's a Masonic number. It took 33 hours to find the suspected killer of Charlie Kirk. But if we remove first three, then we see 3, 1, 20. If we remove 0, it's 312. It takes us back to Trump. Now, I took exactly same dates, but I did not include the end date in calculation. And again, I want to remind you, it's 47. The month is 4th and day 7th. 47, the day of the interview. Like Trump, 47th president. Just in my country, it's day 1st. So you cannot really see it here in numbers, how it looks. So yes, I took exactly same numbers without including the end dates, and this is what it shows us. First, let's look to the left. 22 days. 22 is letter V. The V letter was on Obama's forehead in iPad Go to. And if we look to the right, I want to show you this. 3168. Yes, even though the number is long, still there is 316. 316, a sacrifice. For God so loved the world, he gave his only son. And then if you look lower, it says 601%. If we remove 0, it's just 61. Obama was born in this year. Now, a strange thing happened. While I was doing that, God was showing me Oprah. I know that she has nothing to do with that interview, but I was literally seeing Oprah. And I had this in my spirit to check her. Because, guys, she's one of them. So I took her birthday. This year, 2026, she will have birthday 29 of January. And then I took the day of sacrifice, 3/16/2026, that date. And this is the result that I got. If we look to the left, we see 47. Trump is the 47th president. And then if we see to the right, it says 6 weeks and 5 days, 6/5, 65 is June, June 5. You know what happened June 5? This happened, the turning point was founded June 5. That's very interesting that the birthday of Oprah and the day 3/16, March 3/16, it took us to Trump and it took us to Charlie Kirk, the one who was supporting Trump. And this might be interesting for you. The birthday of Oprah in 92 and the birthday of Celine Dion in 92. I just took that year because of the interview. Results 61 days. 61. Obama was born in 1961. Thus, this is the year of the birth of Barack Obama. And then when we look to the right, then we see again 87, 84. This combination of numbers has been happening for a long time. I have seen it before exactly this way. And maybe even you remember 87, 84. I was not able to crack 87, what it means yet. But 84, 84 is August 4. It's Barack Obama's birthday. And then I took 2025. 2025, the birthday of Oprah and birthday of Celine Dion. And this is the result. And if we look to the right, again, in the numbers, we see 84. There are years that have 28 or 29 years in February. This is why sometimes results can be different depending on the year. So now the result is 84 again. Again, it's Obama. It's his birthday. And no, this is not a coincidence. Anyway, let's keep moving. And then, you know what I had in my spirit? To check Oprah and 9/11. That tragedy that happened. I don't know, this is what I had in my spirit, to check Oprah that year, her birthday and 9/11. This is what I found. If we look first to the right, you see 1944. 19 is like COVID-19. It means chaos, bad things. 44, Obama is the 44th president. 324, 324th day of the year is November 20, is the birthday of Erica Kirk and Biden. And as we see, it took us to the birthday of Erica Kirk, 324th day. Immediately lower, you see 54. 54 is the number that she mentioned in her video. It's very important. They don't mention numbers for no reason. She said 54% mostly women, and I'm telling you, 54 has meaning. I have seen that number before. I was not able to crack it. I don't really know. I'm only learning these things. But when I see something, I have to speak about it. Then I want you to look to the left. It says 7 months, 13 days, 7/13. Trump was shot in the ear, guys. Trump was shot in the ear July 13. And the last thing what I want you to see, I want you to look back to the right. And the last thing, it says 61/64. And this is so amazing because Barack Obama was born in 61 and he is 64 years old. This cannot be coincidence. How can it be that the numbers, birthday of Oprah, 9/11 that year, it took us 44, it's Obama, he's 44th president, he's 60, he was born 61, he's 64 years old. Erica Kirk, it took us to her, the number that she mentioned, 54, and Donald Trump, who was shot in the ear. I'm telling you, they're all connected. These are the codes of the enemy. This is how they speak. They understand each other, and we need to learn to understand them, to crack their codes, to know their plans. It's not a numerology where you're trying to foresee future and do these things. No, you're trying to expose the enemy and what they do. God bless you.